I stayed at my teacher's house after my parents forgot my graduation. The signs were there for months, but I kept making excuses for them. My dad married his second wife, Brenda, when I was 14. Brenda has a daughter my age named Maya. Maya is a champion gymnast. Everything in our house revolves around her training schedule, her diet, and her meets. I played varsity soccer and managed to keep a 4 gigapascals, but my accomplishments were always treated like background noise. If I won a game, my dad would ask if I could help Maya with her biology homework. If I made the honor roll, Brenda would remind me not to be too loud because Maya needed her nap. Graduation was supposed to be my day. I was the first person in our family to be named valedictorian. I had spent weeks writing my speech. I told my dad the date and time every single day for a month. I even put a giant red circle around the date on the kitchen calendar. On the morning of the ceremony, I woke up early to iron my gown. The house was silent. I walked into the kitchen and saw a note on the fridge. It said they had to leave early for Maya's regional qualifiers 2 towns over. It said they were so proud of me and they'd celebrate with a pizza on Sunday night. I sat at the kitchen table in my graduation gown for an hour. I didn't cry. I think I was past that. I just felt cold. I didn't have a car because my dad had traded mine in to help pay for Maya's new private coach. I ended up calling an Uber to take me to my own high school graduation. When it was time for me to walk up to the podium to give the valedictorian speech, I looked out at the sea of parents. There was an empty space where my family should have been. After the ceremony, everyone was taking photos with their families. I was standing by the gym doors trying to find a ride home when my English teacher, Mr. Henderson, walked up to me. He asked where my parents were. When I told him they were at a gymnastics meet, he didn't say a word. He just grabbed his keys and told me I was coming with him. He and his wife took me out for a steak dinner. They treated me like I was their own son. They asked about my speech. They asked about my plans for college. For the first time in years, someone was actually listening to me. Mr. Henderson let me stay in their guest room that night because I couldn't face that empty house. While we were eating breakfast the next morning, my dad started blowing up my phone. He was furious. He said I was being dramatic by not coming home and that I had embarrassed him in front of the neighbors who saw me leave in an Uber. He told me to get home immediately to help pack for Maya's victory party. I put the phone on speaker and let Mr. Henderson hear. Then Mr. Henderson did something I'll never forget. He asked me for my bank login. I showed him my savings account, which was supposed to have $5,000 in it from my late grandfather's inheritance. The balance was $12. My dad had access to the account and he had been draining it for months to cover Maya's travel expenses. Mr. Henderson didn't just get mad, he got professional. He's a former paralegal and he spent the next 3 hours helping me file a police report for financial identity theft and helping me draft a petition for legal emancipation since I was almost 18 anyway. He even called a friend of his who works in admissions at the university I was supposed to attend in the fall. By Monday, the situation had completely exploded. Mr. Henderson's lawyer friend sent a formal demand for the $5,000 to be returned within 48 hours or we were moving forward with the theft charges. My dad called me screaming that I was ruining Maya's career. He said that money was a family resource and that I was being a selfish brat for demanding it back when Maya was so close to a scholarship. I didn't argue. I just told him he had 48 hours. Tuesday night, my dad showed up at Mr. Henderson's house. He didn't come to apologize. He came because Brenda had left him. Apparently, when the legal papers arrived, Brenda realized that my dad had lied to her. He had told her the money was a gift from me because I wanted to support Maya. When she found out he had stolen it from his own son, she packed Maya's bags and moved out. She told him she couldn't be with someone who would devour his own child's future. My dad sat on Mr. Henderson's porch and cried. He said he did it all for us, to keep the family together. He said he just wanted one of us to be a star. I looked at him through the screen door and realized he still didn't get it. He had a star standing right in front of him for 18 years, but he was too busy looking at someone else's light to notice mine. I'm staying with the Hendersons until I head to campus in August. My dad eventually paid back the money by selling Maya's old equipment and his own truck. We haven't spoken since the check cleared. He missed my graduation, but in a weird way, he gave me the best graduation gift possible. He gave me a reason.